Good evening. There's 4 people. Good evening. Welcome to the Christmas Day edition of this. I'll just wait till I'll kind of wait till people come in. There's Pumping Iron on the telly. If you want to watch Pumping Iron on the telly at the back of me, it's quite a good depth of field. That, to be fair, that's Mike Katz, a bodybuilder. Good evening, David Ellison. Are you well? Well, I know you well. I've just spoke to you earlier, so that's fucking pointless even saying that. 13 people watching this shit. Yeah, I can watch Pumping Iron. If no one talks, I'll just cast my eyes to Pumping Iron on the telly. That's Tracy Nicklin. Good evening. Are you well? I don't know why I didn't think of this ages ago. If you've never seen Pumping Iron, it's a really good documentary. But if you're not interested in bodybuilding and all that, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's a waste of time. Apparently, bodybuilding is not as popular as it used to be. It's declined in popularity for some reason. I don't know why. Good evening, Salesy. I'm all right. How are you? Haley Bar, happy Christmas. I don't think Martin Redding will be joining us tonight since he found out on last night's stream that Wilfred Bramble of Step Two on Some Fame was a nonce, which upset him. He also found out there was an Icelandic Father Christmas figure that called Krampus, who was a bit of a nonce with kids. So I think he's reeling from those two revelations, really. That's the link if anybody would care to join me. Arnold's on the television now. Good evening, Stuart Scrivens. Good evening, Stuart Scrivens, and thank you for the donation via Facebook the other day. Thank you. Welcome. There's no. I don't. I think. Are you new to these streams, Stuart? I'm not sure. There's not a lot goes on. I try and talk. Most people aren't interested, and they just fucking talk amongst themselves or just don't engage. You know. Welcome, Stuart, and thank you for the donation. Good evening, Daz Williams. I'm not sure if Will Devokis is coming on tonight. I don't know. I just show up. I'm just gonna do these over the Christmas. I'll do a few more, then I've finished. It's not. I've not come back forever doing this. It's just I've come back for a brief period of time. They'll be done in January. I've got other things on. But yeah, I'm here for the interim. Have you had a good Christmas, Stuart Scrivens? It's not as I'm listen, it's not as I'm bothered about it. It's the fact that I have an audience who isn't bothered about it. They want me to do live streams, and then when I do them, I'm sick of repeating myself. They want me to do live streams, and when I do them, there's no engagement. There's nothing. They just talk amongst themselves. It's like, why don't you put a fucking chat room together or start a WhatsApp group? You know, why waste my time? Good evening, Richie Smith. Merry Christmas to you. It's been quiet, Richie. I've been here on my own, and I've had a kebab for my tea. Luckily, from the takeaway was open. These maggots. They're an audience of maggots, and I'll tell them that maggots. I would actually like a lot of the people to unsubscribe and go and watch someone else. To be fair, and I get I want a new. I'd like a newer audience, new blood. They're just pigs. Stuart, I don't care, me. I'm not one of these who says my followers are great. I'll have new followers next year. I've got things afoot. I don't put everything in the shop window. Stuart Scribbins, yeah, not had a bit. By the way, these remarks are not aimed at everyone. These remarks I'm coming out with are not aimed at everyone. A portion of the audience this is aimed at, not the entire audience. Stuart Scribbins, yeah, not had a bit quiet. Sons in Bristol. Indeed, David. It's always best not to put things, you know yourself. Don't tell everybody anything. A classic example of that is Decker Heggie, that bare knuckle fighter who's now in jail in the Philippines, and he has all these trolls. And does he deserve them? I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't care if he deserves them or not. But they always used to announce what was happening for him, and then the trolls would go and fuck it up for him. So I think it's one of the things in the 48 Laws of Power is keep your mouth, be quiet, don't give everything away. I think it is. This is a good book. Yeah, he is mental. He's fucking backward, to be fair. I think he's a bit retarded. You know, he definitely, he's not playing with a full deck. Yeah, but that's YouTube for you, isn't it? It mostly is a sewer, to be fair. It mostly is a sewer. You know, and when I'm on about people, certain members of the audience being maggots early, I don't include you amongst that. So I don't think it's just a portion of this audience is maggots and scum. I love the idea of people. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that kind of. Lou Ferrigno's on the telly now. The Incredible Hulk. And from the Hulk from the 70s. Do you remember the Hulk? Some of the older people amongst us. And I don't include you, Salesy, but it's like Danny C. I don't use Danny C. Oh, right, okay. I don't want to get drawn. I don't want to get drawn into all that place of YouTube. I don't want to. That was just my comment about Decker Heggie telling. Yes, Tracy, he was the original Hulk painted green before he became CGI. I'm okay. I have a rat's tail, so I fit in. If the cap fits, Richie. Are you still part of that WhatsApp group what hates me? I don't care, like, it's quite an honour. It's quite an honour to have a group of people who started a WhatsApp group with the common goal of hating me is it's quite powerful, really. Good evening, biggest dickers. Are you well? Long time no see. How are you? What have you been up to? Catherine, hello, Catherine. Shout out to Catherine. You can join this channel if you want. I don't know how you do it. I don't know what I don't know how you do it. You can join the channel. But Catherine, welcome everybody. Catherine Asbury, she's a supporter of mine. She's been a donator through Facebook. This is when I'm talking about new people coming through. So welcome. Thank you, Catherine. Welcome. Can everybody welcome Catherine, please? Rothsputin, good evening. But yeah, earlier, right, they've done that. They've started a WhatsApp group because they don't like me. Disgruntled people. I'm sure there'll be more joining it tonight, but it's fine. If all you've got to do in your life is start WhatsApp groups aimed at one person, you've kind of got too much time on your hands, and you need to kind of do something with your life. You've been all over you've been all over America. Fair play. 26 people watching this shit. Whereabouts have you been in America? Have you been to Los Angeles? I should imagine you have. David Ellison, if you have a group hating you, mate, it's showing you've got something. Well, Dave, they've nothing better to do, have they? Yeah, you can. Jimmy, can you please advise us to what the donations go to before I do make a donation? They go towards hair products, conditioner, shampoo, so I'm looking nice and presentable. They go towards washing powder, so I can have a nice clean tracksuit top on when I do my live streams. They go towards gas and electric, so I can be nice and warm when I do a live stream, and I can have electric on, so I can actually physically do a live stream. If them answers aren't permissible to you, sir, you don't have to donate, and please yourself, really. You oh, of course it's about football. I know you've all slagged me in that group. I know you've slagged me regularly in that group. But it's fine. Bodie, sir, good evening. Fucking hell, people are talking tonight. What the fuck's up? Good evening, Bodie. Because unlike Webster, my gas isn't free. So are you moving to America, biggest dickers? 38 people watching this shit. Good evening, welcome. Come on, it's Christmas evening now. I hope you've all had a good day with your families. So let's get something. Let's get a conversation going. Let's get some energy flowing. I normally wouldn't say much, but three spirits visited me last night, insisting I mend my ways. Was that whiskey, vodka, and gin, sir? Bought a big home in Surrey instead, Jane. Well, very good. I don't blame you, sir. If you've got the money, why not? I'm thinking of having a midlife crisis and starting going on weight training again, like I was you. I used to watch this film when I was 15, Pumping Iron. A very It blew my mind when I was young. I was naive. I didn't realise they took steroids. Ah, Big Sur. Oh, that Big Sur. I thought you meant Surrey, but I actually have read that book. It's the Jack Kerouac book. Well, it's a place, Big Sur, but it's Jack Kerouac. I read that book, Big Sur. I would like to go there myself. Is it worth going? Catherine Asprey, I have, thank you. It's been beautiful with my kids and mum and dad. Well, that's that's what it's all about, Catherine, with your family and all that. I don't begrudge anybody doing that. It's just I don't. It's just different for me. Um, I'm a bit feral now. I got invited to go somewhere today, and I just couldn't bring myself to go because I don't know. I don't like speaking sometimes, and I don't like because of who I am. People have a tendency to think I'll put a show on. I'll be like a fucking joke, jukebox, if you will. So I'd rather be quiet in the house and yeah, I really fancy it next year, Dave. Doing some fucking weights. Yeah, Border. Mike has a really cool place. It's like a granny flat of a big stone barn, but obviously it's stone. He's got these really cool stone window frames, like a castle. And yeah, it looks out onto like countryside and shit. And um, gorgeous, Jimmy, lovely coastal houses, quite a few hippie coming. Well, if you move over there, can you invite me for a weekend or a couple of days? Biggest dickers. Um, just a thought. You don't have to. I'm sure I'll find. I think I'll go to California next year. I think hopefully I'll go to America next year. I think. Um, because life is short and you can't keep putting things off. Most people put things off for decades and then they never get to where they never get to the places. That's something about life. You can put things off forever. Sometimes you just have to do it. Catherine, mum was diagnosed with breast cancer early in this year. I'm sorry about that. I hope she's all right and on the right side of it, if there is a right side of it, Catherine. See, look at me now. I can be nice to people. When I have an audience who are receptive, I'm all right. It's just I lose my temper when I lose my rag when there's like 40 people watching, not speaking. It's like, but yeah, I'm all right. I'm not really a prick. Well, a bit, but not. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't put nothing off. You have to force yourself to do things. I mean, I was gonna force myself to go to this place but I just didn't want. Because normally nowadays I do everything, even though if I get that voice in my head saying don't do it, don't do it. Which when I was younger, I would always cave into the voice in the kind of inner voice saying like don't do it, just leave that alone. And I'd always cave in when I was younger, but as I got older, you realise there isn't that much time to keep doing that. Thank you, biggest dickers, sir. Much appreciated. Dave Ellison will go with me. I've stopped watching all that. Well, that Decker Egg is in jail now in the Philippines. I think it's only for um, a visa because he overstayed his visa or something like that. But I got you can get kind of carried away with all that. It's really boring. It's just grown men falling out and calling each other names. To be fair, it's entertaining, you know. Um, to be fair, it is entertaining, but it's home now. Oh, Eggy. Is that actually true that he's? Is that? Do we have proof he's home, or is this YouTube speculation? Good evening, happy Christmas day. Well, it's not. Happy Christmas night. 40 people watching this. We seem to have a bit of a conversation going, which is nice. I like that. I've got Arnold Schwarzenegger on the television from the 70s in Pumping Iron. As that's Franco Columbo in a bag. He's dead now. He was Arnold Schwarzenegger's best friend. That is the link to StreamYard if anyone would care to jump on and converse with my fat self. We had Mike Brownless on last night, somebody I've known for a long time. He's with his family today. And most people are with their families, aren't they? There's a lovely house on the hill about a mile away, apparently, Jim. I'd like to see this big Sur place. Oh, I don't tour, Catherine. I don't tour as a comedian. I do the odd gig. I've got stuff planned for next year, but I don't want to talk about it for not because it's not happened yet. That's the only reason, because it's not happened yet. I've not done it, so there's no point talking about things that are just conjecture, because it ends up you. No, I don't too. I'm not a proper comedian. I am, and I'm not. I can do it properly, and I'm good at it, but I don't get asked to do gigs much. So that's the way it is. But if people offer them me and they're we can come to some arrangement, yeah, I'll do it. I like doing it. It's just I'm too controversial, I think, for this day and age, and you pay a high price for that, you know. But you have to be who you are, no matter of the consequences. Won't be a minute. I'm just doing something. No, Martin Redding's not coming on tonight because he found out on this live stream that Wilfred Bramble, who played Steptoe and Son, was a bit of a nonce, and it upset him. If anybody would care to donate to my Christmas box, that is the link. Of course, I always do this. So, 34 people watching this now. We've lost six. We've lost 6 viewers. We've lost 7 viewers. Oh my god, what am I going to do? Yeah. Good evening, everybody. It's just me talking shit. I've started a business here, boat making. Get you over here next year, and I'll give you some work. I can employ you. I don't really want to do any work anymore. I appreciate the offer, bigger stickers, but I'm above I'm above working. Does that seem terrible? But I appreciate the offer. Thank you. I could walk around wearing a captain's hat and deck shoes, nothing else, just a captain's hat and like deck shoes and point at things. But I appreciate your offer. I didn't realise you were so rich, to be fair. But I'll tell you the truth, me. I wouldn't lie to you and steal your money off you. You know, some people would just take the job, but I'm too good for fucking manual labour in my own narcissistic view. I wasn't put on this fucking earth to get my hands dirty. I've done all that. Are you working now, Jim? What? No, I'm not working. Um, well, there's nobody joining us tonight, is there? I'll do an hour. It used to be good back in the day when people used to jump on this, but I'll have to accept that them days have gone. But like I said, I'm only doing these over Christmas. They won't be. I might do some early January, but as of mid-January, I won't be doing these anymore. Good evening, official topic talk. It's been a quiet one, so I hope you have had a good one. 35 people watching this shit. There's a membership thing on this channel too. You can. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think there's 3 tiers. I think it's two. I think it's 99p, 2.99 a month, or something else. But I'm not bothered with membership. There's loads of stuff you've not seen, but I'd rather you don't. If you was going to donate, to the channel, I'd rather you just donate by your PayPal. I'm just saying. Just looking through the comments. Well, last time I let you on, Richie, you come out with a load of racist comments, which I think you did on purpose, to be fair. Yeah, I think I'll do an hour tonight. We did 3 hours last night. That was hard work. And the good thing about PayPal, Steve, is you get your money directly where YouTube hold it, don't they? YouTube hold the money for a month and stuff. And I'd rather do the PayPal thing. If somebody wants to help you, if somebody wants to contribute towards you, you get the money directly, and there's no messing about. 33 people watching this shit. Good evening. If you just joined us, why? Go and have a drink with your family. I watch something proper on the television. Luckily for me, I've got Pumping Iron on in the background, so I get bored. I can just watch the telly. We're having some quiet time, I think. Has everybody had a good year then? A bad year? How's your year been? Are you looking forward to the next year, or are you not looking forward to it? That's just a question. Dave Ellison says it's been tough but good. How's my year been? Traumatic in parts, to be fair. Quite traumatic. The best thing of the year turned out to be the worst. I don't want to talk about it. So I Biggest Dickers. I thought you was from Lee. For some reason, I thought you Biggest Dickers. I thought that you were from Lee. I must have got you confused with someone else. I didn't realise from Westbourne, Bournemouth. I've never been to Bournemouth. Lord Rothschild's in, Satan Claus. Yes, Krampus. Anybody of our conspiracy kind of. Martin Redding was traumatised that Father Christmas comes from some folklore character called Krampus, who used to abduct naughty children or punish them. Is Krampus where Father Christmas comes from, or was Krampus a companion of Father Christmas? I don't know. Anyway, it's upset Martin Redding. So Martin Redding last night's having a breakdown somewhere because Wilfred Bramble from Steptoe and Son turned out to be a real life nonce. The clues were there, you dirty old man, and all that. And Father Christmas is also a bit of a nonce. I don't know why he's let these things get to him. I knew there was a Lee connect. I knew there was a Lee connection to you, not the French connection. A Lee connection doesn't sound the same, does it? But Bordy says, "Have I got any gigs coming up?" No, nothing planned, Bordy. When I put my own shows on, the fucking nightmares. So I'm not doing it. I can't be fucking asked. I have the talent and the ability. Whether people want to utilise that is up to them. You know. Official topic talk says hopefully 2024 will 2020 hopefully 2024 better for us all. Too many good people went to heaven this year. Well, this is true. So yeah, well, I'm sorry that it took 32 minutes of your life that you won't get back. Do you know much about the Bramble thing, Biggers? I know that Bramble. I know that it was meant to be like an aggressive old drunk prick, wasn't it? And Harry H. Corbett didn't like him. So when are you moving to America, Biggest Dickers? Thank you to Michael Aslam for the donation as well. 33, a Masonic number. And he loved his young rent boys. Martin Redding, are you not even in? Martin Redding, are you not even watching tonight? He cries over nothing. He's a disgrace of a man. There is the link. If anyone would care to jump on for a while, a minute, I don't know. See, it does get very terribly hard work when no one interacts. So I don't know what it is, but I think people expect a stand-up show, or a sat down stand-up show, if there is such a thing. But no. And the numbers are going down, which is good. Even the shadow watchers are fucking off. They went to that Jersey children's home, didn't they? Art Lorraine. I can't pronounce it. That French children, that French named children's home in Jersey. But anyway, it's Christmas night, and we've done all this last night. Let's not talk about murderous old nonsense. We must have something better to talk about. If not, I'll just go away and fuck my fat self and watch men in their underpants. There's worse ways of spending a Christmas night. Heart de la Graine, that's the one. But yeah, we all know the world's rotten. We all know what's what. So, has anybody got any good news? I'm a dark horse, me biggest. I don't put everything in the shop window. It doesn't pay to. Has anybody got any good news? Yeah, definitely need a few nights off from this. It's just lost its magic. It's lost its fun. It's just lost its, and it's not just me. Everybody used to interact one time. It's me just flogging a dead horse. This really, I don't even know why I'm doing it. It's providing a service that nobody wants, which if it was any other business would close down. To be fair, but I'm nothing if not persistent. I'll watch Pumping Iron for a bit while you're not speaking. Good news is I bought a house in the 80s for 70 grand and it's sold it for 2 million, which has brought me a few home and a business. Oh, very good. I didn't think he was that old. I thought he was young for some reason. I don't think we've had a millionaire in this chat room before. Yeah, it's another dead soldier. This I'm wasting my fucking time, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, hang on. Good news is bug-eyed and boothroid have no crypto at all. That's actually funny. What I wonder if Peter Boothroyd shadow watches this. Yeah, Redding will be crawled under a blanket somewhere, weeping. What does starred mean? Oh yeah. Well, I think what we need is Steve Was back. Steve Was need to return to this arena. Fucking hell, I'm roasting. A wicked man. Why cry over a wicked man? I don't get this. I don't get that. What happened to Jerry Helmet? Jerry Helmet. I've just made £5 million before breakfast. I opened the cupboard door and got out my cornflakes, and I just made £70 million. So I went to the shop and I bought a lot of Nesquik. I bought a £1.5 million worth of Nesquik. Yeah, I think Martin's a nonce, really. I'm just hoping. I'm just. You are funny, you lad Rothschild. To be fair, you're very funny. I'd love to know who you are. I'll never ever know who you are, and that's how it should be. Because once you know it, that's when Davy Smith took his mask off. It was never the same, was it? Some of you won't know who Davy Smith was, but back in the day during lockdown, these fucking live streams were like legendary. Yeah. Board, yeah, yeah, I'm just talking about what you mentioned there. We need John Bennett and that bloke, Davy Smith. What became of all these characters? What became of everybody? Did they just pale into insignificance? No, I like Steptoe and Son to watch it, but I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a fuck about what. David Jones, good evening. Are you well? The Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary on Netflix is very good. I don't know if you're into all that. The Stallone ones are good too, but Arnold's is better. I've probably mentioned that before. I couldn't be bothered with that. Martin Redding, you see what is a bug-eyed nonce. Okay, pal, I had one can of Stella and now I got a banging head. I don't like drinking, man. I don't like drinking. I went drinking other week, and it's just like it's boring now. It has no effect. When you're young and you drink and you get a buzz off the ale and it makes you crazy. And as you get older, it's just like, oh, I feel a bit tipsy. It just makes you. I'm not keen on it. Wonder if Boothroyd's pulled any of them cameras down in Cannes, London. They're all up here, them cameras now, aren't they? Them speed cameras, them AI speed cameras. They can do you for not wearing a belt, playing on your phone while driving. The 15-minute cities are coming, boys. I'm sorry you've got a headache, David. I've still not looked at them Tartarian things you sent me. 27 people watching this shit. 44 minutes of your life you won't get back. But if you're bored of me, if you look behind me, there's loads of naked men in their underpants. Thank you very much, Border. I actually enjoyed doing a podcast. I don't know where to do one again. Colin's too busy to do one as well. Richie Smith loves a drink and a smoke. It's Christmas every day for you, Richie, then, isn't it? But if you're happy, you're happy. Right, that's the one. This lighting works, doesn't it? It's yeah, it works. This lighting. Yeah, if you want to donate to the channel, the link. Yeah, I'm an e-beggar. That's right. I am an e-beggar, but it beats sitting on a blanket outside Asda, especially today because Asda's shut. So that way, don't put me begging outside Asda, especially today. I like orange. It's my favourite colour. Even though Stop Oil use it for some reason. I think they've just done that to piss me off. I didn't realise Stop Oil used orange, but orange is a good colour. I like my living room. It used to be a shit. The members of who've been on this channel a long time used to see my living room how it was, and it looked like a crack den. My living room prior to this overhaul was a fucking tip. My whole house was a fucking dump, and the council did all my house up for me. That props to them, as they say. And they even painted it what colour I wanted. And I've got a nice house now, but it was a fucking shithole. It was horrible, this house. But at 50 years old, I decided I can't live like this anymore. It certainly is different, Dave, isn't it? It was. I didn't realise how long. I didn't realise how I lived like that for all them years. After my mum died, I just let the house go to shit. Or gradually, my mum died in 2011, and it was only last year. It was 2022. I got it done up. So what was that? Is that 11 years? I lived like a fucking. I lived like a fucking tramp for 12 years, 11 years. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice now. I like it. I like my house. I'm quite lucky, really, to have a house like this. To be fair, I'm not really a mourner. I'm trying not to mourn as much, but I've got a nice place. You know, I can just chill on couch and watch telly. I can watch naked men in their underpants and many times a week as I want. Hello, Guardia, are you well? They put new doors. Basically, David, they gutted the house. They replastered every room. New skirting boards, new floorboard, not new skirting boards, new doors, new front door, new back door, brand new thick carpets, and paint in every room. Oh, they fitted me a new kitchen, a new bathroom. So I can't complain, really, can I? That's not very nice, Richie, is it? There's a few more shops on Precinct there, pal, and Mamma Mia's been done up. You know what? I don't like how Mamma Mia's has been done up. There was no need for them to do it. Good evening, Mr. Devakis.
Good evening.
It looks like you're travelling very fast with your background blurry. Yeah,
Flash.
like Buck Rogers. Yeah, the Flash is a good one. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How's your Christmas been?
All right. It's just another day for me.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's one to get through. Luckily, I had no food in, but there's a takeaway outside. That picture I put up on Facebook is just literally fucking 200 yards from my house. So that's lucky that I got myself a kebab and you know, all
The
good.
chicken looked good, like, really
I've not tried it yet. I've only tried the kebab. The kebab was decent to be fair, but I need to stop eating all that shit again. But I've just got pumping iron on in the background. If you've seen men in their there's men in their underwear. I've just got it on in the background, kind of thing. But yeah, but Greg Goddard says good evening. Tracy Nicklin, Merry Christmas, Will. Richie Smith says Merry Christmas, Will.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
So is there a movie out coming?
Yeah, there's one coming. I wanted to get that Oh, the Places done. That thing has been in the works for, like, 3 years, and I just found all the files the other day, and I was like,
Yeah, the Doctor Zeus thing. Yeah, it's good
"Yeah,
that.
it was something fun." It wasn't anything major. I just wanted something to kinda get out, you know? Cool little collab. You're in it, you know that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't remember it, do you?
I do. Timmy Tommy high as a sky. I forgot my actual line, but yeah, I've watched 3/4 of it and I got sidetracked. I'm shit at doing things like that. I've not
It's
got,
too long.
I've not got to my bit yet, but it's. I remember recording it because when my fridge used to be out, I put my phone on top of the fridge and did it there. I was quite surprised that you said that I did it in a couple of takes. I was quite surprised. I thought I'd have to do a lot more takes to do the
No,
thing.
it was actually really good, and, like, the thing about it is everybody here most everybody, there was 1 or 2 people in it who were okay, but I took what I could get, but, they all read it at the same pace with the same cadence, and you were one you kinda fit into that with like, I didn't have to direct you with that, you just did it, so
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was kinda cool.
Well, it's it just how it was kind of thing. So have you said what we doing today? Have you been chilling out watching films?
No, I was up all night working on that thing, so I took a
Uh,
nap, and then, like, I just got up, actually. So
well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's Christmas Day, so you're allowed to do that. I watched First Blood today.
yeah.
I I watched it twice. I've watched it recently, kind of thing. But it is such a good film, that, and the acting's spot on in it. Even Richard Crenna, is it Craner? Richard
Yeah,
Craner,
Crenna.
and what's he called? The sheriff Weasel. Weasel. No, it's not Weasel, is it?
No,
What
it's
is it?
not
What's he fucking called? The sheriff Teasel.
I think it
Will
was
Teasel.
Teasel.
Is it Will Teasel? No.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Brian Dennehy played him, hold on.
Yeah, but he's good. Him.
Teasel, yeah, it was Teasel.
He's good. He played fucking John Wayne Gacy in something, didn't he? That Denny.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played. He played. That's how I remember him. He played John Wayne Gacy in some film. You
Kinda
know
looks like him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He looks like a rat, creepy old bastard, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But was First Blood his most biggest role?
Brian Dennehy?
He's done quite a lot of stuff.
He's done a lot of stuff, but it wasn't like he was always just a character actor, he was never, like, a star, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that movie really blew him up, and I think that was probably his biggest thing. I mean, he's done tons he did Tommy Boy, he played the dad in Tommy Boy, that's another big movie that he was in, but he only had, like, a small part in it.
Right, right. Richard Crenna was a big actor back in the 60s, when he in 70s.
60s and 70s.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was just a really good film.
Yeah, you know, again, it's like I said the other night, it's one of those films, where they couldn't make it today, you know, there's just
No,
no way, you know?
no. That's the I tried to watch that Thanksgiving, and I'm sorry, I could only get I got 10 minutes into it, and I just thought, this is fucking shit. You know,
Yeah,
because it's that Eli Roth, and you know what? To be
Eli
fair,
Roth.
I did like the Hostel films, the first three.
Did you?
I used to have it on DVD. The first three Hostel films, I really liked them. But that was just like, what was it? Was it going for? It was like a comedy. Is it like a comedy kind of thing? Or what? Because it appeared to be like a comedy.
It has kind of the comedy elements, which I don't mind, but, like, to
Yeah,
me, it was like they paid homage mostly to other horror films that I'd seen, like, you
yeah.
know, I mean, you didn't finish it, but if you watch it, it's the ending is very reminiscent to, fuck, what was that movie called? My Bloody Valentine, and, you know
I've not actually seen that, to be fair. So,
it's okay, it's,
they're running out of good masks for horror. They're running out of good masks now, aren't they, for fucking horror characters? That was a good one. You say your mate designed it. Something to do with the Black Phone, was it called?
yeah, 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 that was a
You know
guy.
what spoiled that film for me was I wish they'd have picked someone who wasn't famous to play the killer. I
Yeah,
I think that ruined it because you go, "Oh, it's Ethan Hawke."
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
if it was some creepy old bastard who you'd never seen before, you know what I mean? I think that would have, but that was the only criticism, but it was a good film, that, to be fair,
Did
you
you
know?
ever see Gerald's Game?
No, no.
Oh, shit.
Is that
I don't
good?
know if you'd like it, but it's an interesting movie.
Right. I'll have to have you seen one called Jacob's Ladder? I think Dave Ellison's mentioned it. Is that any
The
good?
original, yeah, they remade it, but it was shit.
Did they, yeah, Sales, he says, "What do you guys think of movies like The Goonies, Monster Squad, Stand By Me?" I mean, I enjoyed The Goonies when I was a kid. I've not really watched it. I know a lot of people who love The Goonies and stuff like that. Stand By Me, I remember it being all right. Not watched it again. Monster Squad, I can't, was Vincent Price in that? Am I backing up the wrong tree?
No,
And
I
then
don't think he was in that.
Monster Club. There
Monster
was one
Club's
called
yeah.
Monster Club in the 70s, I think, and Vincent. No, I don't think I've seen Monster Squad.
Monster Squad's not bad.
No,
It's very much a product of its time, trying to fit in
yeah,
with the Goonies and Stand By Me. I never really liked the Goonies. I tried
no,
watching it multiple times. My belief, you're in 2, all right, maybe 3 different clubs of that. Like, you either like the Goonies or you're either a diehard Goonies fan or you're a diehard Gremlins fan,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
very few people like both, but I was always in the Gremlins camp because it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
fantastical and fucked up. I was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
I think the best thing about the Goonies is Mark Fratelli's hairstyle, which obviously I kind of fashioned myself on. Mark Fratelli's, I'm Team Fratelli, to be fair. So, you've no idea when movie night's going to be out then? Is it quite a lot of work to be done?
There's a lot of work to be done in this next one, and then this next one, and what's gonna take the longest time is cutting that interview apart because this is actually a longer interview than CJ
Uh,
Graham's. It was close to
uh,
2.5 hours.
okay.
Jeffrey Weissman gave us a plethora of information, and he actually like, the cool thing about the interviews, we did it instead of doing it the way how we used to do the interviews, not like anybody gives a fuck about this, but,
I
uh,
do.
you like, when I did it with everybody else, I would tell them, John Bingle says, "Happy Christmas, everyone."
Happy Christmas, John Bengal. The John Bengal is amongst us. Go on, I'm listening to you, sir.
I so how we would do it was I would talk to the people and be like, "Look, have a computer to talk to me through or your cell phone and record yourself with, like, a camera and then send me the files." And it got so complicated, that to the point where people would be like, they would either not record, they wouldn't really understand, and I had to make a video. I eventually made a video for people, um, and people would watch that video and not understand it, because I would be like, have a camera record you, use your so they thought that I was recording them somehow, and it didn't really work. So, and
Did you,
especially when you're working,
did you
huh?
ever have anyone who actually didn't record themselves because they wasn't sure of what they were doing, kind of thing?
Yeah, at the very beginning, I forget who she was. Well, I know her name, I don't wanna embarrass her, but,
Yeah,
she thought, like, we were doing it a different way. We eventually I had to do it through Skype,
yeah.
and, it worked out for the most part, but, like, it was one of those things where it was like, God, I really wish, the quality was better because you'll see in some interviews like the quality's not as good, and that's just me kind of bowing down and being like, okay, just we'll do it this way. So eventually we moved to Skype, and that's how we recorded the Lawrence Harvey interview. And the quality on his was not as bad as some of the other ones we did through Skype.
Yeah.
Um, but when I got into the new season, when I talked to Bill Oberst, and he's like, "Just use Zoom because what you can do is you can just hit record on Zoom, and it records this whole kind. It looks just like this.
Mm.
Um, and then what I do is I just take his clip over here, and I just I have to edit it and post.
Right, right, cool. Let's just see what David Jones. I go back to horror films I watched in the 80s and watched them all again. Man, they were so shit. Salem's Lot and David Soul shit me right up as a kid. I rewatched it again. Man, it was dire. Tracy Nicholson says Goonies is for kids. If you compare it to the Rocky movie, I don't know what she's on about. Yeah. Sales 8, I just think they hold the test of time. Maybe not so good. Well, it's all subjective, isn't it? But is there this new what's he called, the bloke who you're interviewing, the next one?
Jeffrey Wiseman.
Could you not do like 2 episodes off one, like part 2 as part 1 and a part 2 with the jet? Or would you not do that?
Well, what I did before is I still haven't released this one with Lawrence Harvey, but because there's more of his interview that we just didn't put in. We for like when I really started getting into it with like what's the guy's name? Tom McLaughlin. Um, Nothing will ever beat the original Exorcist. That's right. Um, with Tom McLaughlin, I released as part of his interview in the show, and then I released an uncut interview with everything in it, just about. There's a few things at my discretion I cut because it's like they were either very personal details or I felt like
Yeah,
this is not moving anything forward.
yeah, yeah.
So that's kind of what we wanted to do with CJ Graham. But what a lot of people don't understand, because I know it's an hour and a half with the interview, it takes forever to cut that down. And plus,
Mhm.
it would have been like a 5-minute interview. He gives really good lengthy answers, and then Tom McLaughlin kind of comes in and thankfully he kind of crashes the show, and it was pretty funny in my opinion. It
No,
was good.
it's actually. Are you actually good? You actually look like you're good mates with Tom McLaughlin now.
What happened was we were good friends after the interview. So we had the interview. I recorded it. It was an about 2-hour interview about that. And then after that, he called me and we were on the phone for like 3 hours. And we just talked about life and our jobs as directors. And
Right.
then I changed my phone number, and then I forgot to give it to him. And because that was the time where I kind of like got off of Facebook and all that sort
Yeah,
of stuff.
yeah.
And apparently he was pissed. At least I heard he was kind of like, people say he was questioning Mike Doyle about like, Where's Will?" I was like, "Fuck." So I kind of reached out to him, and our relationship hasn't quite been the same, but it's still been okay. Like he reached out to me today and wished me a Merry Christmas.
Well, if he's doing that, he must be
Yeah,
in his thoughts. You know what I mean? Just kind of. Sometimes it's good for reach out to people back. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person, me. I never reach out to people. I always expect them to reach out to me. And if that
yeah.
the problem there is, if you also have someone who fucking doesn't want to reach out to people, then it's like a standoff, then, isn't it? And then sometimes it's just better to be the bigger man or woman, or whatever.
I always feel like I'm bothering people. That's why I don't like reaching out at
Same here.
first.
Same here. And I always feel like if they want me, they'll get in touch. And if they don't want
Yeah.
get in touch, they don't want me, kind of thing. It's abandonment issues. But what's what it said then? That's what it said. But yeah, he looked cool, that Tom McLaughlin, though. You know what I mean? It's a pity you can't do something with him, isn't it?
I was talking to him about that once. I was like, look, I would love to work with you in some way, shape, or form. And he's got projects coming up, but I think it's just cheaper to hire somebody local in LA than to fly somebody out from Delaware. Especially when he's
Yeah.
he's not working with a great budget right now either.
That's what I was going to ask you. You know that film you did? Was it called The Ruse?
Yeah.
No, was the girl was that woman from the was that woman from The Exorcist in it? That lady. Am I wrong? Who was it? There was some famous actress in it, wasn't there? The
Veronica
Ruse.
Cartwright.
No, is that the woman who was in The Exorcist?
No, that's
No.
Ellen Bernstein. Veronica Cartwright was in, The Birds and,
Ah, right. All right. I got it wrong. I thought it was the woman. I was going to say, is there no chance you could like interview this woman you was on the Ruse with, or she's too big time?
no, she actually we went out to lunch. So she came to me one day and she's like, "I heard that you are really good, shooting self-tapes." And I was like, I'd like to think I am." And she goes, "I
Yeah,
have 2 projects, can you help me?" And I said, "Sure." And I helped her, and after that, I went to lunch, and I was by myself eating lunch. It was my like, one of our days off on the film,
yeah,
and she came in with this woman named Jenny, who was the hairstylist, and Jenny was great too, and we
yeah,
all sat together and we had lunch together, and it was really kinda cool, and she was just like, "Yeah, I'm going to reach out to." She reached out. This is where I'm like, "She's cool as shit." She reached out to her agent and manager and was like, "You should book this. You should rep this guy. You should get this guy,"
yeah,
because she was really impressed with me reading with her. And, nothing came of it, unfortunately, but, it was still cool that she didn't really know me, and she did that, and we had a good friendship, from there on out, you know?
yeah. That's cool. This is Will's channel. Devorkeys, check it out. Check out Moving Art. Stephen Beatty's in. Good evening, Stephen Beatty. Happy Christmas, Stephen Beatty. There's a picture of him with a beard. Yes, Mr. Beatty's in. This woke things ruin films. No one can make films how they want anymore. Very true, Tracy Nicklin. Well, yeah, so it's just one of them. So, what's your plans for the? Is what time is it? Are we in the afternoon in
It's
Delaware now?
5 o'clock
Yeah,
at
yeah.
night.
Is it just going dark? Has it just started to go dark? Has it go dark earlier?
No, it's starting to go dark now, yeah. It's
Yeah,
getting darker.
yeah. It's one of them. But you know what, sir? I'm going to wrap it up now because
Yeah,
they're hard work with these fucking live streams. I'm tired. You know what I mean? But thank you very much for joining me.
no problem.
Stephen Beatty's in bed, knackered and stuffed. If you've been stuffed in bed, Steve, you can't really complain. Is what I always say. But thank you, Mr. Will. Anyway, thank you to everybody who's watched and interacted. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a link below. Happy Christmas, you fuckos, and I shall see you all later. Bye bye.